합니다. 박수!
Hello, we are Victoria and Sarah in FT1B. Today, I'm going to talk about global warming with Sarah. First, I will talk about what global warming is. Global warming is a phenomenon in which the earth becomes too hot because of the increase of greenhouse gases. Greenhouse gases such as CO2 makes temperature rise due to the greenhouse effect. CO2 traps the Earth's heat radiation and reflects the heat back to the Earth. So, the Earth's temperature is closely connected with the increase of CO2. Now, I'll introduce the consequences of global warming. First of all, there is a threat to the ecosystem. For example, the population of polar bears is decreasing because of the hot weather. When the population of polar bear decreases, the ecosystem will be destroyed because if polar bear become extinct, polar bear's natural enemy will also be affected. And animals that feed on the polar bear may increase a lot. So when the population of polar bear decreases, it will also affect people. It's not just the polar bear's problem. Animals which are very sensitive to temperature are also in danger because of the hot weather. The second consequence is increase of floods. When the glaciers melt, large countries such as Bangladesh will become flooded. Many people lose their lives because of floods, and these floods will become more and more serious. Then, in the future, this country may even sink completely, and we may not be able to see countries like Bangladesh on the map anymore. The third problem is desertification. Many plants are dying because the weather is becoming too hot. As I mentioned before, if one creature disappears, others are also affected, and therefore the ecosystem will be destroyed. So, global warming is one of the most important problems to us, and we must solve this problem. For the last part of my speech, I'll tell you about one reason of global warming. The main reason is greenhouse gases. Greenhouse gases are gases such as CO2, methane gas, etc. A big source of methane is many animals' fart. The biggest culprit is ruminants. These animals are herbivores and they ruminate. This process makes methane gas. A typical example of ruminant is the cow, and they cause global warming. Therefore, reducing animals' fart is one of the solutions to solve global warming. Now, Sarah will continue with her part of the speech.
Now, let me tell you about the second source of greenhouse gases. Do you know about the second industrial revolution? The world has been developed a lot as a result of the revolution. There were so many discoveries, but the most important one was the discovery of fossil fuels. Throughout the Industrial Revolution, many new factories and machines have been generated, and people ran them without rest. England was the main country in the revolution and was called the country of factories because of their many factories. As a result, a lot of greenhouse gases were generated. The problem doesn't end here. The world continued to develop more and more, creating machines such as cars and air conditioners. Today, people also love lots of trees to make factories and also many buildings. The greenhouse gases has been increasing, and the blanket of greenhouse gases are being thickened, so the Earth's temperature is getting higher as a result. Then, why is the decrease of trees causes global warming? You might know that trees breathe in CO2 and breathe out oxygen. Trees change the CO2 that causes global warming into oxygen. Trees can also decrease the temperature and even increase the humidity of the Earth. The increase of the humidity is good for our Earth because we can prevent desertification. The Earth is getting drier, so we can stop and prevent desertification by planting more trees. Therefore, trees are very important, so the decrease of trees can be one of the most serious causes of global warming. Next, I'll talk about the solutions for global warming. Many countries all around the world are trying to stop global warming. It seems difficult, but we can stop global warming too. Every individual in the world needs to make an effort to stop global warming. As a first step, we can start by not using disposable products such as disposable cups. Using of disposable products is bad for our environment because they don't rot easily. We have to use public transportation such as buses and subways instead of private cars, and ride a bike when we travel to near places. Also, we can use electric cars or hybrid cars. They move by electricity, so we don't have to consume fossil fuels, which causes air pollution. We can also use fans instead of air conditioners, always turn off the lights, and pull out the plugs. Did you know the large amount of trash causes global warming? When we burn trashes to get rid of them, CO2 generates. So we have to decrease the amount of trash and recycle more. Global warming is a serious problem. Experts say by 2070, the Earth will melt down up to 50%, and Himalayas glaciers will be gone by 2100. We should try hard to slow down and stop global warming altogether to protect our Earth. Thank you for listening to our presentation for a long time.